What is up, guys? Pine Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we finished off Chapter 5, we put an end to Gerard Dantes, Melchior got away, and we saved the people of Arashian. However, as Dantes was dying, he said he finally found it, and he was apparently talking about Van. So, maybe Gerard's plan, even through death, still has to do with Van somehow. But I guess we'll find out here as we begin the final chapter. So let's go ahead and get started. See how many days we jump ahead. We go from the 22nd to the 30th of November, so 8 days later. It had been 8 days since the events of Arashian came to a close. After the crisis were resolved, it was announced that the explosion at Vashtar Palace and Krail's destruction were the work of Almada. However, as if to quell any unease, it was also promptly announced that Almada was no more thanks to the CID and a number of external collaborators. With the last remaining nuclear device being recovered, the state of emergency around Edith was lifted the next day. That happened in tandem with fervent reports that CEOs of the Quincy Company and ETWS had formally been arrested. Wait, so wouldn't that have been, wasn't Lucio the son of the ETWS president? So he would be gone, right? This was a shock to many. The Quincy Company's products were beloved across the continent, and ETWS vehicles had vehicles seen as a major status symbol. It was almost unfathomable that both men had been blackmailed into funding a terrorist organization. The Quincy Company CEO, being the father of famous A-rank bracer, added much to the discussion as well. However, as his daughter personally led the charge on his arrest, the general public sentiment was one of compassion and concern. And her attempt to turn in her bracer badge was summarily rejected by the guild's headquarters in Lemon. Calvert's economy, which had been briefly thrown into disarray by the state of emergency, was quick to return to relative normality. Yet some things would never return. The impending end of reparations continued to emit a small degree of unease among the populace. Still, this is the culmination of events that had no ill effect on President Grahamhart's approval rating. Indeed, they only served to increase it. His office stated that a memorial service for Krail would be held during December 3rd's Revolution Festival. Following that would be quite the reveal. The Calvert's military's newest weapon would be on display, a symbol of the country overcoming its grief and moving forward with great strength. November 30th, 12:08, 9:12 a.m. There's Yume.
一応これで一区切りってわけね。
ああ、メルキオルの野郎だけは行方不明だが、連中の全拠点は当局とギルドに潰され、国外ルートも徹底的に抑えられている。裏の方もなんですよね。
うん。騎士と僧兵たちも矛を収めて共に庭園方面に当たっているらしい。イカルガをはじめとする両兵たちや結社もその点だけは協力しているようだ。
さらにヘイユエとマルドゥック社主導により彼らのコネクションすべてが洗い出され、半グレ、準構成員の情報などもまとめて CID に売り払われた模様です。
そうだったんですか。
じいさんにツアオたちか。たく抜け目ねえ連中だな。
アブたちもアイゼンシルドといろいろと動いていたみたいです。
反応兵器ももう大丈夫だろうね。回収したあの一機もハミルトン博士と他の2工程の立ち会いで解体。キャラハン教授もそれ以上は製造しなかったみたいだし、マフィアに再現は不可能だろう。
起爆を唯一可能にした剣が仮に残っていたとしてもな。現在風星省と共和国の協力で旧王宮の瓦礫の撤去が進められておる。あの魔剣斧槍と甲冑も含め来月半ばには回収されるとのことだ。
しかもそれぞれ所有者にしか使えない代物って話だったっけ？ そこまで行けば本当の意味で事件も終わりってことね。
はい、本当にいろいろありましたけど。
We're not done yet, though.
そうだな。
Agnes's request still isn't
あの
over.
男については心配ですね。結局全く消息がつかめていないみたいですし。
最後に自分のボスにあんなことをするなんて一理事も理解できない。したくないやつだったわね。
歪みまくったサイコ野郎なんざそんなもんだろ。セイたちの仇のラスト取れてねえのは心残りだが、
ま、これ以上は破壊どもに任せておくしかねえだろ。蛇の道は蛇。きっちり型にはめてくれりゃいいが。
はい。ですが表も裏も
Oh, don't say
一安心
that.
はありそうですね。
Agnes, are you still feeling guilty that you couldn't stop it all from happening? I am, but I'm also trying to tell myself I did everything that I could. Including for the children of Oracion. Even if I can't help but feel I put a lot of people out for nothing. That's not true at all. Perhaps there may be some who would see your actions as self-righteous, but I believe they were meaningful. Of course they were, and I'm not in the business of telling my assistants what's right and wrong either. You did what you believed was right, that's good enough for me. You got my thanks, too. Well, you're welcome, but I couldn't have done any of it without a lot of help from others. Not everything had a happy conclusion since Elaine's father ended up arrested. But I'm still so glad we're all able to gather like this again. Yeah. Me too. Our foes were a terrifying force to be reckoned with, but through everyone's cooperation, we triumphed. You deserve a lot of praise yourself, you know. Thinking back, there were a lot of times where I don't know what we would have done without you. We owe so much to the goddess, or maybe to our chief for having the devil's own luck. Heh, could be. Either that, or because I made Lady Luck... Really? Like, bitch. What does that mean? Will you stop that? You really can't help yourself, can you? Yeah, we have 6. So now we have 6 Genesis in our possession. I doubt I could have ever gotten this far without all of you, so thank you. We were happy to help. That just leaves 2 now, though, right? There's supposed to be 8 in all, so it should be the case. Professor Hamilton has been looking into where they could be, but nothing's come up so far. None have been discovered in any of Almada's bases or the garden's hideouts either. I'm sure they'll turn up eventually, just gotta keep looking.
何せよ、マフィア絡みは決着。事務所もぼちぼち平常運転に戻るだろう。仕事はいくらでもあるが、このままバイトを続けるかどうか、それぞれ考えておくんだな。
Man. I suppose it is getting to be that time. The way things are going, my primary task will be complete before much longer. I've still got other things I want to do here in the capital, at least. And hey, I'm not even employed here. Wasn't really talking to you, but since you seem so dead set against being here anyway, why not go home already? Well, I would, but the paparazzi are such a headache, and food here is so good. I get that they're a hassle, but come on, they have to have given up on your story by now. And Nina seems worried about you, so even if you don't go see your family, you should still go back to your old place. I will, eventually. What are you, my mother? Perhaps you should discuss the situation with the owner of your apartment? I was talking to you, though. What? They're still covering all the trouble Amada caused, but I doubt that'll last more than a month. So unless I start taking on more subcontracted work, I'm not going to need to pay out for any assistance anymore, or have the budget to do it. Man. But I plan to find those last 2 Genesis, but it's got to be on the side while I do other work from here. So while a helping hand when I'm swamped would be nice, that it's all I'm going to need you for. Besides, you're going to be loaded up with student council work for a good while after next month rolls around. That's true, but what kind of work? Oh, there's gonna be some big event taking place at Agnes' school in a few months. There's no need to hurry them into a decision. As you said, you still intend to help deal with the aftermath of Amada's actions. I will remain here to assist you with that as well. And the more we have on our side, the better. You're not wrong
と
there.
にかく考えとけってことだ。とりあえず3日後の革命記念祭までは揺れ戻しで忙しいだろう。久々の首都の 4SPG。朝飯食ったらバリバリ手伝ってもらうから覚悟しとけよ。
Back to business as usual. Aaron ate already? Everyone's got to decide what they want their future to be. Finale, for you upon your return. I'll meet you guys back here 10:30. What are you going to be up to in the meantime, Agnes? Oh, not much. I have something I need to do, though. I think I should take care of a software update that needs installing now, actually. Version 3.6.2 of the Kitty engine was released last night. I was thinking the same thing. I'll just get going for now, then. Until later. She pushed an update? Huh. Our ex-Kitty sure keeps herself busy. And I just know her workload in Arashia must have been nuts, too. This is for the best, I think. She hasn't done anything out of the ordinary since Arashian. There's still a lot of mysteries to be solved about both her and the Grendel. But those have got nothing to do with the others, not even Agnes. Still, maybe Master was right. I laid that on them out of nowhere. There's still time till we need to head out. Why not go check on them? Well, there you have it. Now we're getting started on the final chapter. Oh, we never even looked at Quattro's room when he moved in. Pretty much what you'd expect from a technoholic.
Mom, よく来た。
あれ、もう時間だった？
You still got time, don't worry, but damn, your drone is something. Their speech is stiffer than a hollow's, but it's wild how you can hold a whole conversation with them.
自由意志まではいかないけど、ネットワーク化された自我はある感じかな。ゼロスにしても同じ。帝国にあった戦術核っていうのも同レベルみたいだ。
Oh, okay. So like, what were they called? Basically, yeah, the combat shells that Altina and Milliam have.
この先にあのメアがあるのは間違いないけど、正直いつ実現できるかわからないレベルだね。
That'd be a tough ask even for Hamilton and Cronkite, huh?
それほどまでに難しいんだよ。シンギュラリティのブレイクスルーは。でもそれが実際に可能なことが裏の世界で2年前に証明されてしまった。当然バンさんも知っているんだよね。
A bit, yeah. I guess I don't even need to ask what you're gonna do once you graduate. Feels like a given you'll be focusing on orbital drone research, or you have your sights set even higher.
いずれ博士の手伝いをしたいとは思ってるけどね。まずはこっちの分野が先かな。中途半端にやっても物にならないし、 でもいろいろな視野は持っておきたいから、ここで研究を続けるのもありだとは思う。
You think?
バーゼルの方が設備は整っているけど、今は動力ネットも高速化しているしね。理科大学での講義にも遠隔出席できるから、思ったほど不便は感じていないんだ。首都周辺での次世代ネットワークのプロジェクトにも参加するつもりだし。ああ、いずれはエプスタイン財団や ZCF、ラインフォルトの技術も学びたいかな。
Reinford name drop. Makes sense. Man, our little boy who could only think of protecting his grandmother's home is all ready to take the world by storm. With how grown up you are, you should have just joined us in the Springs instead of being shy.
アーロンさんみたいなこと言わないでよ。
My bad, I only heard it after it came out of my mouth. But yeah, compared to the others, it hasn't been long since you moved in. If you're satisfied with the setup you got going here, I don't see any harm in working from here for a while longer. Plus, you got Paulette to breathe down your neck if your health starts to nosedive from researching all night.
それもありがたいよね。でも今月中はともかく、それ以降は本当に手伝わなくていいの？アルマータは壊滅したけど、ゲネシスの剣は残ってるし、メアにグレンデル、マルドゥックとかいろいろ気がかりも多いんじゃない？僕にしてもヤンにクロンカイト教授が大統領府と何してるのか気になるし。
You got a point, there's a lot going on. So if I need help with that stuff, I'll be sure to come knocking. That means you come knocking if you need help with stuff too. I can investigate whatever you want, even down to the color of Cronkite's underwear.
何それってさりげなく撫でないでよ。
カトル、ちょっと赤い。
You catch a cold? Let me feel.
全くもって平熱だから。
It's just an embarrassing thing to do. Ferry? World history, huh? Are those Central Eastern and Western history textbooks?
はい、こっちの正方式はアニエスさんにもらったものです。同じ班だそうですけど、項目とか見方がちょっとずつ違っていて、
I suppose that makes sense.
とっても勉強になります。わからないことも多いですけど。
Well, ain't you a budding scholar? If you can get your hands on the Far Eastern version, I bet you'll find all kinds of differences there too.
そっちはアーロンさんに昔のものをもらう約束になってます。私、クルガの里にずっといて、遠征でたまに外に出ただけですけど、アイーダさんの言っていたように、世界って本当に広いんですね。それこそ勉強しきれないくらい。
Probably, yeah. Listen, I meant what I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have brought it up out of nowhere the way I
い
did.
え、そんな。アルマータが壊滅したことで、一応アイーダさんの仇も撃てました。アブも命令違反の罰はある程度多めに見てもいいって。アマにラナにカミルとも久しぶりに会いたいですし。でもこっちの日曜学校やカルバードでの暮らしも慣れてきて、何よりバンさんやアニエスさんたちとお別れなのは寂しいです。
Still, we're not talking about tomorrow or even next week. Even if you decide to go home, it's not like we'll never see each other again. If your goal is to become a real warrior, though, then I think the choice is clear.
はい。
Though, you don't have to go down that path if you don't want to. There's plenty of things you could do off the battlefield. You could even try following a path more like Sylphid's.
フィーさんと
I'm not pushing you to join the guild or anything, to be clear. Just saying it might be better than you following in your brother's footsteps.
それは私も思いますけど、私が遊撃士、そんなこと考えたことも。
I almost hope this doesn't happen, though. I felt this way when I first played this game, because then she's just gonna feel like Fee 2.0. I hope she kind of finds her own thing to do.
もうちょっと考えさせてください。
Think about it as long as you want. There's no rush. And just be ready to head out in a bit, okay? We're saying our final things. Of course, we know this isn't our final things. There's still 2 more games in Calvard with Van Arkwright as the protagonist, so... Reset. And there's still a lot, like, even if the, like, let's say we were playing this, like, right when it came out and there was no news about any games after this, like, it would still, like, be like, okay, we still don't know what Quatra's whole deal with his past. We still don't know what happened to Reset to make her have this artificial body. So stuff like that is still, like, stuff we have to learn. Must be working on stuff for Marduk, probably about Almada. There's still a decent chunk of time until half past, so I better get out of her hair.
あら、バン様?
Sorry, I wouldn't have come in if I know you were working. All the Almada stuff almost wrapped up?
ええ、関連組織に裏ルート、ペーパーカンパニーの類はあらかた。カルバードのみならず、大陸各地にまでコネクションが及んでいたのは驚きですが、MK 社のカバーするエリアの除染はほぼ完了した模様です。
Your chief of security had a big role to play in that too, I'm sure. Though, who wants to bet Thorndike will use this as a chance to expand Marduk's market share?
そうですね。帝国の戦役、それに続くバベル事件で。 大陸の時計の針はますます加速しています。ザイファやアサルトフレームをはじめとする新技術に世界が追いついていく意味でも MK 社のシェアは今後も伸びるでしょう。
Makes it abundantly clear we're living in a time of big change. And speaking of, you started thinking of the next step for yourself at all?
私は1階の SC。 それ以上でも以下でもありませんから、撃剣やメアをはじめとするバン様のサポート業務については現状最優先。
Aww.
以前のようなリモートでのバックアップも可能ですが、効率が落ちるのはいただけません。
Gotcha, sure wish I knew why your people love to have their eye on me so damn much. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. We got equal deal going on between us. Just keep in mind that starting next month, I'm not going to need as much office help as I have been. Which is probably fine for you. Your plate's full enough without dealing with the day-to-day around here.
それは確かにある程度は分担できてもいますが。
Something up?
いえ、確かに来月以降にお手伝いができなくなる可能性はあるかもしれません。 この体になって来月で1年本格メンテナンスの時期でもありますので、
Oh, right.
そちらの状況とプロジェクト次第では私が元の環境に戻る可能性もあります。そうなった場合、やはりリモートでのバックアップとなってしまいますが。
Now hold up there. You really gonna be okay with all that?
私がどうあったか、やはり察していらっしゃるのですね。それはお仕事の中で。いえ、それこそせんなき質問ですか。
Nah, it wasn't anything like that, just...
どうか誤解なさらないでください。ご存知の通り、マルドゥックはある意味合理的でフェアな企業です。 私が価値を示し続ける限り、今後もこの体を提供し続けるでしょう。その意味では対等。いずれこの体も買い取らせてもらおうと思っています。
Huh? That's an option? State-of-the-art artificial body can't run cheap, though.
一応それなりの高級取りですので、数年もあればなんとかなるかと。手当が多い分、 現在の出向形態も魅力的な選択肢ではありますね。
Hey, happy to help. So I'm curious, just how high a salary are we talking anyway?
社外費なので明言はできませんが、エトワスのエントリーセダンが購入できるかどうかくらいでしょうか。
You could buy a used apartment in the suburbs with that kind of money. That's funny. Out on the way. Oh, he's already got boxes. Unless these are just so the same boxes he never unboxed for moving in. Honestly, kind of nice to have you still acting the same around times like these.
お子ちゃまどもにかけた釣れねえ言葉のことか？気にするくらいなら言ってんじゃねえ。思春期のガキがいるおっさんかよ。
Quit finding ways to call me old. Besides, you seem to have it in your head. I wasn't talking to you, but I was. You gotta have plans to go home eventually, right?
足りめえだ。コートの水で育ったコートっ子だからな。まあ、首都に出て3ヶ月かそこらで里帰りっつうのも格好がつかねえし、特に理由がねえ限りはまだコートに戻るつもりはねえな。いずれクロスベリア帝国なんかをぐるっと回ってもいいかもしれねえ。
Oh, that'd be cool, Aaron going off to those places.
もしくは大陸東部なんかをな。
Heh, look at you go.
生温かい目はうぜえからやめろ。ちなみに首都にしばらくいるからっててめえを手伝うかどうかは別だからな。仮に野郎だけの職場とかなったらうざすぎっつうか。
Hey, don't give me that look. I'm not after your pity, alright? By the way, your old problem ain't showing any signs of resurfacing, right?
ああ、あのクソったれなタイ君とやるか。じいさんは生まれ変わりだのなんだの抜かしてたが、俺はあくまで俺だ。てめえの道はてめえで切り開く。骨董品なんざお呼びじゃねえんだよ。
You're one of a kind cocky bastard, you know that?
気持ち悪いな。とにかく食後のお楽しみくらい好きに堪能させろや。ああ、もう少し待てっつうならお気にのとこにしけ込んでくるぜ。
Oh god. We ain't putting off work for that. Just how much have you been getting around when I haven't been looking? Oh, this is... Yeah, this is Judith's room. Okay. I believe Dominic was her grandmother. And that... I think that might be her mother, or maybe that's just one of her posters. I don't know.
それじゃあジュディス先輩、やっと自宅に戻ってくるんですね。
ああ、うん。あんたにも心配かけちゃったわね。バズレイダーの方はやっと諦めたっぽいけど。
ここ半月、それどころの騒ぎじゃありませんでしたからね。あら？
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
いえいえ、アークライドさんには先輩が本当にお世話になりまして、ビストロの皆さんともどもどうかよろしく伝えておいてください。
手伝ったのは私の方なのに、なんでこいつに礼を言うのよ。
どうせ先輩が無理言って旅先までついていったんでしょ。
Nina is so funny.
詳細はわかりませんけど、無事戻ってきてくれましたし、尊敬する先輩がお世話になったんですから、後輩としてお礼を言うのは当然ですよ。
尊敬するって、まあ当然だけどね。
Oh boy. Never takes much to butter her up, though I'm sure our young lady here just so happens to be an expert at it.
まったく生意気になっちゃって。デビューしたての頃は清楚でほんと可愛かったのにな。
That was 3 years ago, right? Though I don't know if 15's early or late for starting out in your... Nina's 18 years old?
遅くはないけど早くもないわね。私だって14だったし。 子役からって俳優も多いから、その意味では規格外ですらあるわ。何せ3年かそこらでトップ女優と言われる実績を積んでいるんだもの。
I can see why. I've seen a few of her films, and it's interesting seeing how different her approach to the craft is compared to yours. You can handle any kind of role that's thrown at you. Yeah, but she just fully becomes the character she's playing without even trying.
あら、聞いたような口を聞くじゃない。私もそれは同感だけどね。狼たちの鎮魂歌もいいけど、グロリアとか度肝を抜かれたし。
Yeah, but she always feels like she said it before when we talked to her, that she feels like a fake. Yeah, her Sheena Dirk was something else. The media kicked up all that fuss about an Easterner playing the role, but in the end, it was hard to see her as anything other than Sheena Reborn.
やれやれ。嫌になっちゃうわね。4つ下に完全に追い上げられると。負けるつもりもないんだけど。
Good, I got nothing but respect for that spunk you got in you. Real shame about the rest of you, though.
誰が残念よ、誰が。それはそうと、あんた、さっきのは良くないんじゃないの？
Right.
何せよ、マフィア絡みは決着。事務所もぼちぼち平常運転に戻るだろう。このままバイトを続けるかどうか、それぞれ考えておくんだな。
Yeah, I think so too.
何よ、素直じゃない。それじゃ。
Still, you don't want people butting in on your side hustle either, do you?
それは当然じゃない。私がママたちから引き継いだ後ろ暗くても世に必要な。そっか。
Yeah.
何なのかはわからないけど、あんたにもあるわけね。他人には立ち入らせたくない。立ち入らせられない何かが。
She is very smart. Anyway, as two people who transform into things a teenager might have dreamed up, we gotta look out for Don't know if I'm down to get caught living with an actual criminal, though. So you should probably find some other place to live.
できれば部屋はこのまま借りときたいんだけど。まあ、新作の風切りもあるし、記念祭までにはマンションに戻るわよ。その前にママとおばあちゃんにいろいろと報告しないと。
That's rough. So who's left? Just, well, Agnes is probably downstairs. And then Bergard lives up. Oh, Agnes is right here. So this is where you snuck off to. Yes, I had a quick errand to attend to. Are all your preparations squared away? Preparations? Feels like a bit of a stretch to call them that, but yeah, I'm ready. Still got plenty of time, so no need to rush. Well, there's rushing, and then there's being efficient. Guess she's in the middle of something. I'll bug her later after my stuff's done. Oh, wait. Look at Bergard's room. Look at how classy this is for an old man. He's even got a jukebox. He's got his jacket over there on the wall. He's got a guitar, chessboard, his riding glasses. He's even got some alcohol over here. What's he got on the wall here? Can't really read it. Oh, he's smoking a cigar. Well, look who made himself right at home.
繰り返すが一度死んだ身なのでな。以前のせいでは想像できなかった様式なども試してみたら存外馴染んだ次第だ。お主が読んでいた雑誌などを思い起こして参考にもしたかな？
Wait, so this is my fault? If his hordes of more respectable students ever found out this, they'd have my head. So Ashland isn't the uncooperative jackass I was expecting?
彼自身は一本芯の通った男だ。寡黙だが義に厚く対局も見通せる。一般僧兵からも信頼されているゆえ安心ではあるのだが。
We got his boss to worry about there. Captain, right? The one all 30,000 members of the Papal Guard and Iscariot answer to.
私が引退してから就任した人物ゆえ、直接の面識は全くない。それどころか、総兵長上位の天霊将でも完全に極秘の扱いらしくてな。
Interesting.
おそらく正体を知るのはごく一握り。数百名ほどの隠密総兵に天霊将の枢機卿、対等たる聖杯の総長に法を芸家その人。
So, commander of the Gralsritter is Ein, so she would know.
間違いなく天霊将の鬼札であろう。
But what reason would someone like that have to get their right-hand man involved in all this? The Genesis? But they're more of a Gralsritter kind of deal. Actually, why are you even telling me all this stuff in the first place? I'm already like a magnet for info I don't want to know as it is.
今さら小さいことを言うでない。それに表にせよ裏にせよ、助手たちや昔なじみとの関わりにせよ、しがらみが多い方がお主にはよかろう。人は人の間にあって人間となる。良縁であろうと悪縁であろうと、この5年で身に染みたのではないか。
Well, People's natures just don't change easily, I guess. Having you in Arashi was a huge help, as huge a help as it is having you here now. So I count this relationship among the fortunate ones, at least. So keep sticking around so the younger generation can kick back a bit, yeah? I'd pay you as thanks, but I don't think you'd take the Mira. At least let me get you something even nicer than that jacket you've taken a liking to. Anyway, we've still got plenty of time left, so I'll go ahead and leave you be. Take it easy, Master.
目を背けても背けきれぬものはある。
What does that mean?
気づけるか否かはお主次第だ。バンよ。
So somewhere deep down, kind of like what Aaron was talking about to Van, is that he's all give and no take. So, and we already know that he doesn't feel like he deserves anything. So this is probably his way, like, now that things are settling down, he might just be wanting to keep everyone else far away from him. And we still don't know the full truth of what Van is truly hiding. Well, I do, but the story hasn't said it in this game yet. Guess we'll talk to Paulette and Victor. Oh, hi, Van. We just wrapped up breakfast menu for the day. What she said, no more from the morning menu for you. Don't care if you didn't get enough to eat. You lost your chance. I'm fine. I'm a grown-ass adult. I don't need to eat that much. I just dropped by to kill time until I leave for work. Also, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you all made it back here safe and sound. I second that. Sometimes you make for noisy neighbors, but lately it's hard to rest easy when things get too quiet. Especially now I won't be seeing my Krail regular anymore. Oh yeah, I guess you and that guy from Krail had some history, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, since he helped with the restaurant stock, we got to know him pretty well. We'll be going to his memorial service, as you can imagine. It's only fair we send him off after everything he did for us. Right, makes sense. Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so things should still be lively around the office. But the source of the issue's gone now, so my assistants might split off soon. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a little hard to imagine they would. I was gonna ask earlier, but what about the racer? Did he stop by again? He has. He actually stopped by yesterday, thanks for asking. That's good. I guess. He alright? I suppose he enjoyed his meal at least. What's the verdict? Anything between them or what? What? You don't gotta glare at me like that. Oh, are you talking about Maxim? He's funny in a lame way. Dude's got his work cut out for him before anyone respects him as a father. Good luck, pal. I guess that's it for now. Agnes. Oh, she's watering the flowers.
Hmm. これでよしっと。あ、バンさん、そろそろ出かけますか?
It's getting there, but we still got some time. I can't believe how lifelike this guy is. Professor Hamilton's students are something else.
日向ぼっこにもちゃんと意味があるみたいですね。太陽光を動力エネルギーに変換する機構が搭載されているそうです。
Oh, there you go. Makes sense. I remember that being one of the areas Professor Hamilton was researching. Still, I know you've gotten real comfy around here over the past few months. But it's almost time to start planning the next school festival, ain't it? Isn't the student council gonna get real busy soon?
はい。さすがにちょっとプレッシャーです。毎年4月下旬に開催される全校を挙げてのアラミス学芸祭。今年入学直後に参加しましたけど、3日間本当に見どころも多くって、とても学生だけで企画、準備、運営していたとは思えなかったです。
It is funny to think about like how some of these games take up a lot of time in a year and then some of them don't. So like for example, you'll remember that both Cold Steel 3 and 4, not 3 and 4, 2 and 4, were both only like a month, maybe 2 months each that passed by during those games. And then obviously you have the games before that, like Cold Steel 1 was like 6 or 7 months, and then Cold Steel 3 roughly the same thing. And that's what we've also got here, you know. Obviously, I believe this game, it started in like April or May of this year, I believe. I don't remember exactly what the first month was in we could probably look at the textbook, but obviously it's been a handful of months. Yeah, it's a staple of the spring in the capital at this point, especially with how many people check it out. Yeah, with your current president at the helm, I could see this upcoming one being a festival for the books.
正直、オデットたちと戦々恐々としているところでして。でも、やっぱりバンさんもアラミスの出身だったんですね。エレインさんやキンケイドさんと同じく。
Yeah. I dropped out not long after becoming a second-year student, though. Elaine and I were in the same year, while Renee was a third year. Aww. The second he had the chance, Renee took on being student council president, because of course he did. Look at them! And because we'd known him for so long, we started helping out with student council work, too. Then Elaine stepped up and took the role of vice president once the former one decided to go abroad for a while. So there you go. That's how the festival came to be under one man's merciless watch.
そうだったんですね。バンさんのことだから突拍子もない出し物とか企画していそうですけど。エレインさんのしかめっ面が目に浮かんじゃいますね。キンケイドさんは逆に面白がって認めそうですけど。
Heh, it's like you were right there with us. I still remember my first drink at the after party back then too. Man, it was so good. You know how much of a sweet tooth I've got, but not even the bitterness of the alcohol could keep me from cracking a smile.
もう、グレーなのはその頃からだったんですね。すると、学芸祭が終わって5月に生徒会長選挙があって、エレインさんが新会長になった直後にバンさんは辞めてしまったんですね。それもお二人に何も相談しないで、ある日突然行き先も告げずに。そうじゃありませんか?
You sure you're not psychic? It's like you're in my head.
お二人との会話やアラミスの日程からの推測ですけど、それにこの3ヶ月いろいろな意味で鍛えられましたから。引っ込み思案で前に踏み出せない、たった一人の家族に対しても 言いたいことが言えなかった子供がちょっとだけ踏み出せて思いを伝えられるようになりました。全部皆さんが、とりわけヴァンさんがくれたものです。
Aww. I thought divining my high school years was enough of a surprise, but you weren't done, huh? At this rate, you're gonna have everyone running around your beck and call even more than Ren.
それは恐れ多いですよ。振り回すというより気にしてほしい人はいますけど。
What's up?
いえいえ、先は長そうだなって。
So you got to talk to him a bit on the phone after what happened to Rashian, but that's it? Yes, though I'm used to that by now. It seems like this year's Revolution Festival is going to be a big one. What with the memorial service and more besides. It's no wonder he doesn't have much time to dedicate to me right now. But he did say we could get together after the ceremony is over, thankfully. Really? Guess that's better than nothing. At least you can still see him. That is true. Compared to Elaine, I'm very fortunate. I can't even imagine what she must be going through. She's amazing to have been able to do what she did. To make what must have been an excruciating decision, even if it was the right one. Could this be a bit of foreshadowing? Because we know, obviously, Gramhart has some ties to some very unsavory people, but we don't know what his actual plans are for this whole space station thing. He's obviously not as cutthroat as Osborn was with the stuff that he did, but there is a chance he could still be someone we have to go against at some point. I don't think there are many people who could have followed through on that, Bracer or otherwise. I hate that the hard times clearly aren't over for her. But if you could just be there for her, I think she would like that very much. I don't mean to put responsibility squarely on your shoulders, of course. Mr. Kincaid and the guild should be there for her too, but still. I mean, yeah, I wasn't going to give her the cold shoulder or anything. It won't make up for what I did 7 years ago, but I'd like to think I can be there for her in some way others can't. Sounds like she won't be back here for a while, though. She's got a ton left to do in Arashian. What's that look for? Not proactive enough, you think? Oh, don't mind me. I'm sure just knowing you want to comfort her would mean a lot in itself, really. Oh, okay. You can't always please a teenager once they get to that age, I guess. Still. What is it? Why are you laughing? Hey, you lovebirds want to get a room? I didn't know you were all there. Is it already time to leave then? You might want to get your eyes checked if you thought you were seeing hearts. Oh, I don't know. Did you hear anything special, Zeros? Not you two, Quattro. You're just making small talk, honest. I feel a little better now, to be honest. Our futures may still be uncertain, but for now, we can continue to take each day as it comes. That we can, and sorry, I shouldn't have said what I did earlier. Man. Our boss is such a little troublemaker. Don't sweat it. They say not being able to read the room comes... Stop! Comes with old age. You know, one day you're gonna realize I'm still in my prime. It's always the same with you two. Forget it. Let's just see what's on the docket for today. The Revolution Festival's 3 days out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the aftermath of Almada's destruction led to problems too. It's only 10:30, and there's a lot of us, so I think we can cover all the districts in this part of town by today. Right? Right. Then let's get to work. Agnes, Fairy, and Aaron joined the party. Select 2 additional members. So give me Reset. And I guess give me Burgard. Alright, well, the intro for that was very, very long. Like, all of that was literally just, like, the start. Alright, who do we got? I just want to see. Okay. So I'll probably do the Fee one. I'm interested in the Nina one. And... I think we'll do Ren. So we'll do these 3. And then with the bonus point, we'll use it on Yume once we do all of the side stuff. It doesn't look like we have many requests, though. That may be intentional. We'll see. But yeah, so we're going to end things off here. So next time we'll go ahead and start our final day of 4 SPGs in Edith before we lead into whatever the finale of this game is going to be. Probably only have a handful of videos left in this playthrough, and then we'll be back on the waiting block for Trails Through Daybreak 2. So let's make sure and enjoy the rest of this. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.